What is up, everybody? My name is Carlos, and this is
Giovanni.
all right. Cool. And today is 12/4/2020, and this is the news for the week. With starting with number one. I don't know what's wrong with my voice. Rust raises about $80,000 for charity by selling about 20 virtual mustaches. Oh, okay. So this was announced alongside patch notes for Rust's 7th year anniversary, which will see the introduction of a delicious-looking birthday cake at 1 p.m. Eastern, 19 GMT today, which is probably earlier today because it's already not 1. Anyway, this is in the past. It's a sponge cake with chocolate icing topped with merengue and raspberries. And the only thing overbaked is the lighting effects. That's corny. And then pretty much over 20,000 of these things were sold in November, and they helped to raise $80,000 for Movember, which is a great cause. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't really play Rust. I don't really care about Rust, but it's cool that they use their money for their influence for good. I think Movember is a great charity, and it's fucking awesome. $80,000. It's amazing.
Speaking of money, who doesn't like money, right?
Yeah, of
So,
course.
turns out Netflix they're being a little sneaky
Mhm.
people, because they actually hired the CFO of Activision, which we know is a shady company with their loot boxes. And basically, Netflix hired the previous CFO, Spencer Newman, in early 2019. Um, so basically, Activision Blizzard, they terminated the contract of its chief financial officer. Activision didn't say why he was fired, only that it was because it was unrelated to the company's financial reporting and undisclosed controls and procedures. But yeah, so Netflix will basically, they're hiring him, I believe, as the CFO as well, or within their financial team. But yeah, it's interesting but basically, from what I've read in a previous article as well, Activision is going to sue Netflix, so they make sure that Netflix doesn't hire more people. It seems like Activision is afraid that people are just going to start leaving their company and go to Netflix, which I found interesting.
Going on to number 3, though, something that a lot of people, especially if you're a PC player, you're gonna love. The Persona spin-off, Persona 5 Strikers, is coming to PC in February. So it's a spin-off, obviously, but it takes place 6 months after Persona 5, which brings back the RPG protagonist and the cast. And this is a common practice for Atlus. I'm assuming that's the company that made the game. Even when it doesn't develop full sequels, they do spin-offs for Persona and stuff like that. Like, for example, Persona 4 did a spin-off called Dancing All Night. And they also made many visual novels as well as dancing games. So if you're excited to play Strikers on Persona or on PC, you can get it on Steam roughly around February 23. I want to say that, but I don't want to put a concrete date, but that's when it's supposed to be estimated to come out on Steam. Whether it's going to come on Epic Game Store, I don't know. I just know that it might come to Steam on February.
Number 4. You guys remember on Solid Snake, right? Well, turns out Oscar is gonna play Solid Snake.
Oscar?
Which Oscar, you're gonna ask? Is Oscar Isaac, right? He played Poe Dameron in the Star Wars sequel movies, which are not that great. But Hollywood-focused outlet Deadline has the scoop on Sony's long-in-development Metal Gear Solid movie. It's reporting that Oscar Isaac is going to play the main protagonist, Solid Snake. And as well, he also was in the movie Ex Machina. I don't remember that movie. But is basically known. Oh yeah, so he's actually just best known as a Star Wars character. But he's been in a few other movies. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how he
He
portrays
almost looks the
Solid
part.
Snake.
He almost looks the part though. So he has that for him. He looks like Snake. So we will have to
Yeah, I
see.
wonder if they're gonna do anything with his voice. Like maybe voice. Well, his. I feel like he just has to make his voice deeper. Maybe.
Yeah, because his voice is a little bit deeper. So for some reason, PAX is still trying to stay afloat. Like they're still trying to keep things running because apparently, so we know that PAX East will take place from June 3rd to the 6th of next year. Obviously, PAX West will take place in September the 3rd to the 6th of next year. PAX August or Austin will have more information coming soon, so keep an eye for that. PAX Unplug will take place in December 10th to the 12th of next year. PAX South will not be taking place in 2021, but will come back in 2022. And PAX Australia is still being worked out. A date for that show will probably be announced eventually. But it's just crazy to see how they're very optimistic. You know, they say everything's fine, yeah, it's fine. But to me, it's like June 3rd, too close. September, I can see, in my opinion, PAX South and Unplugged being more a reasonable option. But June 3rd, I don't think that's feasible. And if it is, there's probably a lot less people. Number 6.
Number 6.
Which is also an issue because of crowds. But Gio will elaborate.
Regal owner reacts. So the Regal owner reacts to Warner Brothers streaming future. Cineworld was aware of Warner Brothers' plan to release Wonder Woman directly on its streaming service, which has been announced when movie theaters continue to stay closed in the U.S. and the U.K.
Supposedly.
And their response, Regal's response, is that they believe that such a time Warner Bros. Will look to reach an agreement about the proper window in terms that will work for both sides. Big movies are made for the big screens, and we cannot wait to reopen our cinemas in Q1 in order to offer our customers, as always, the best place to watch a movie.
But is it the best place to watch a movie?
Yeah, I think so. I think
wouldn't you
sometimes you
rather?
want the experience.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather just, especially if you go to places that are really crowded? Wouldn't you just rather just? I mean, I love movie theaters. You know, I enjoy going with Maria. Like I miss like going to the VIP section in the movie theater by my house and just like relaxing there before the movie and then just not having to deal with little kids crying. But it's like that's the thing though. Like I've seen movies here with Maria. We get all cozied up, watch a movie, turn off the lights, eat popcorn, and it's like I save money and I don't have to worry about little kids screaming, you know. And if I really want to watch in a bigger screen, I go to my living room and watch movies there because I have surround system on my TV. So it's like I miss the going to the movies, but I don't miss other people that I'm with. You know, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I mean, I still think that when it comes to like watching movies at home, I think what our aim always is to try and get the movie experience, but sorry, not the movie experience, the theater experience at home. So I feel like we're always trying to upgrade to get that same experience at home, but it's gonna be, unless you have a room big enough
or the money.
and have
Let's
like,
be honest, the money, because it's not cheap.
yeah, it's not cheap. So I think people are still gonna be. I'm sure after COVID, people are still gonna want to go watch movies at the movie
I mean,
theater.
there's still people going right now.
The big thing though is that since they're not making money now, I think there's a risk that they can go bankrupt.
If they're not ready,
But
to be honest.
I think once COVID is done, movie theaters are going to be back up and running as normal, and they might actually get more money because I feel like there might be kind of like a phase thing where slowly people are going to start going back. But I think there's a need for people to leave their homes and like, you know.
For PS Plus, if you have PS Plus, have a PS4 or PS5, if you have a PS5, you'll be able to get Bug Snacks, I think, still for free if you have a PS5. But if you're still on a PS4, like us, you will be getting Just Cause 4, Rocket Arena, and Worms Rumble. What the heck is that? I never heard of that game. But you get those games for free on PS Plus this month. Opinions, thoughts, concerns, Gio?
I still think they should allow PS4 players to get Bugsnack on PS4.
It looks weird though.
It looks weird, but like, come on, like, it seems kind of stupid that you're paying the same amount of money, but that just because you don't have that console, you can't have it like in your library.
It'd be like that, unfortunately.
So, number 8. Jim Ryan says, "We love you, Japan." He is based on a Bloomberg report. He suggests that Sony support in Japan was waning. I'm not sure if that's a word. Waning. Carlos, does that look right?
So Bloomberg reported that Sony is losing. Like Sony doesn't want to support Japan's ecosystem. Like it's slowly going away. But then Ryan said,
Ryan said a lot of commentary is inaccurate in Japan as our second largest market, and that Sony's homeland continues to be really important to us. I think they know that in Japan their sales are gonna be high compared to other countries. But I feel like Japan isn't necessarily like their focus. Like they're still gonna sell consoles there, but
their main target.
If they know that they're gonna get sales regardless, and Microsoft isn't doing that well, I think that they understand that their focus should be somewhere else.
All right. So, speaking of leaving and not caring, two key Bioware leaders have left the office. So, Bioware's Casey Hudson, general manager of Bioware, and Mark Dara, I think, or Dara, yeah, right, you, Dara or Dara. Dara. Anyway, he is the executive producer for Dragon Age Inquisition. They're retiring from their studio to make supposedly more opportunities for new creators. Hudson will be replaced by an interim general manager named Gary McKay. He's the senior director of development operations, and Daryl's role will be exchanged by Christian Daly, the Bioware Austin studio director. So, is that true, or did they get fired? Find out in the next. I'm just kidding.
Next episode of
Dragon Ball Super. No, but what do you think, Gio? Do you think like they actually like retired, or do you think something's going on? Because Bioware is like.
I mean, that's a bit weird, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they got like a package. Like, oh, if you guys leave, here's your. I forget what the name of it is, but there's like sometimes they give you a package if you leave.
Oh, yeah, I know what we're talking about. Compensation? No. Retirement? No.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I just don't know the word. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Bioware isn't Bioware anymore because their games used to be great, and now there's just. Yeah. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in a month. And I mean, they probably have enough money now. They probably saved their money or invested their money, so they're probably good. Hopefully. But yeah, I'm not surprised. People are leaving Bioware.
So, number 10. Is it Christmas already? New Animal Crossing seasonal items now available this month.
Yeah.
2 new inquiry items are now available to purchase from the Nook shopping catalog. The Aurora wall and the Midwinter weather. Like other seasonal items, however, these will only be available for a limited time.
There you go.
So cool. They keep adding things to Animal Crossing.
Do you have any Pokemon cards, Gio?
Pokemon, maybe.
You should sell them because they're taking off. But you know what also is taking off? Apparently Ditto. You know Ditto, right? The Pokemon that changes to anything. Apparently now he turned into a little like beanbag chair that you can sit on, but you can only get it in Japanese retailers. Sorry. So yeah, it's pretty much a big gut Pikachu and beanbag chair, according to Poke Jungle, and it should cost, or it's going for roughly $250 but Gio checked it earlier and it's sold out. So yeah. Anyway, Gio, the last story of the day.
So, last story is Zoom and Among Us dominate.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, Zoom, I'm assuming the app, right?
Mm-hmm.
The chatting app.
Yes, ma'am.
And Among
Yes,
Us
sir.
dominated Apple's most downloaded charts in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the top free iPhone games, iPhone apps first is Zoom,
And number
TikTok,
one.
Disney Plus, YouTube, and Instagram. Surprised there's no Facebook on there.
Was I got the top 5. The most.
Okay.
Yeah, top
And then
5.
top 5 free games is Among Us, Call of Duty Mobile, which is not that bad. Roblox, Subway Surfer, I'm surprised. And Ink. Ink? I'm not sure.
Ink.
I've never.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
feel like that sounds familiar.
Yeah, it does.
And then the top paid iPhone games are Minecraft, which is funny because that's such an old game.
Mm-hmm.
Plague Inc.
Which
Heads
is
Up,
funny.
which I think is a game made by Ellen DeGeneres.
I don't know.
Monopoly.
Wait, is it the? No, never mind. Something else.
And Bloons TD6, which I've never heard of.
But yeah.
Yeah. Anything else?
So Gio, how is the Hyrule Warriors game? Have you had a chance to play it? Tell
I
us.
haven't bought that game.
Shut up, Gio.
I'm joking. It's a good game.
Tell us of your first impressions. How long have you played it for?
I have no idea. Maybe 5 hours, 10 hours. I think it's a good game, but there's a lot of repetition with the characters.
Sell it to me. Come on. Sell it to me.
No, I don't think I could sell it to you. It's kind of hard when you play a game for 10 hours, 10, 15 hours, and it's kind of hard to sell it.
No.
Because it's like, I'm no longer excited. I like playing it, but there's repetition.
Whoop. So there you
So
have
you're
it,
kind of
guys.
like, I mean, it's a hack and slash, so you're like smashing buttons for the most of the
Smash
game.
Bros?
No, not Smash Bros.
But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This was the gaming news and some banter. I can't believe it's only been 28 minutes. But yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, if Jill doesn't forget. But anyway, guys, have a good night. Stay safe. And we'll talk to you next time. You're not gonna say anything?
Oh, bye, guys.
All the time.